Hi, I'm Kevin.
And I'm Sergey,
and we are the Tabletop Warlords. Once again, we find ourselves playing a game of Beyond the Gates of Antares, the best board game there ever was. And today, we're going to be dipping our toes into the original 6 narrative scenarios of the main rulebook. It always makes sense to start at the beginning, so we're going to be doing narrative scenario number 1, the Rogue Drones. Just like in Recover at All Costs, there are going to be not 1, but 2 drones in the center of the field, and those are going to be our objectives for this scenario. We are required to take a unit of infantry or infantry command, go right up to base contact, and collect those drones. Now the drones are a little bit more interesting this time. They are supposed to be survey drones that have crashed on the planet, and they're a little bit wonky in the circuitry. They each are armed with a plasma light support weapon, and they take orders randomly each turn. So we're going to have 2 dice in the bag that represent these drones, and when we draw them, it is going to be rolled randomly, and then that is the order they do. So there's a whole chart for this scenario. It's super fun.
While the drone remains uncaptured, it has an order dice in the bag, and that's what you pull out and roll. As soon as you do capture it, it kind of reverts to the same rules as Recover at All Costs. It's treated as a buddy drone, it follows you around. If you're in base contact with a friendly unit once per turn, you may pass it between the units, and other than that, it doesn't do anything, it just kind of follows you around. The drone's order dice is immediately removed from the bag as soon as it's picked up by either side, and is put back on the field if the unit that holds it is destroyed and it's not picked up by anybody else. So anytime it reverts back to neutrality, that die goes back in the bag and it continues acting randomly. Just like Recover at All Costs, the drone also cannot be put into transports, and you cannot sprint with it in your party.
Now when that drone is captured and taken off of your own table edge, which we will be starting on the short ones, I think we forgot to talk about that, a little bit different, the game ends immediately and that player wins. Now, if neither drone is taken from the field, at the end of the game, the player with the most captured drone wins. So if either one of us captures both drones but just can't manage to get it off, we're still the winner. If we each have 1 drone, however, or no drones at all, it's a draw. So we basically have to either take it off or have more drones than the other guy. And it is important to note, the drones in this scenario do have a res. They can be destroyed. So if Sergey was mean and captured 1 drone and couldn't capture the other one, he can technically shoot at it and kill it. Or as we approach the drones, we could whittle it down to being 1 drone if we so chose. It's a lot of weird randomness, but it's gonna be great.
Last time we did a recovery scenario, Tim Bancroft pointed out to us that in the recent You Have New tournament, they actually updated the rules for exiting the field. In order for a unit to exit the field, every single model in that unit needs to fully get their base off of the field, as opposed to the slightly silly rule beforehand, where just if one guy stepped 1 toe off the field, the entire thing disappeared.
It's the famous conga.
It's the famous conga.
We did a lot of congas.
Yes, I'm kind of glad it's been phased out. Yeah. So in this scenario, we're going to be, and pretty much any scenario moving forward, we're just going to be adopting most of the You Have New rule updates. As per the fluff of this scenario, me and Kevin have decided to play the slithery Isorians
and the proud Concord Combined Command.
We're going to show you the battlefield, get our armies together, and start up this epic battle of drones. This is my 1,000 point Isorian combat force. I have dubbed this list the Isorian Abduction Platoon. On Isor, we don't extract, we abduct.
Creepy.
In any 1,000 point Isorian army, you must have 4 tactical choices. You may, however, have up to 6. You must have 1 support choice. You may have up to 4. You may have up to 1 strategic choice. And you may have up to 2 auxiliary choices. In this army, I have taken a 93 point Samsara phase squad. They have no upgrades. I have also taken a 91 point Samsara Taurus squad. They also have no upgrades. Then I have taken a Samsara phase squad. That unit is 112 points base, but I have spent 3 extra points to give it a plasma lance, making that squad 115 points. I have then taken an unupgraded Sun Attacks phase squad for just 112 points. For my support choices, I have taken a Senatax support team and given an X launcher for free. It is 40 points base, but I've spent 5 points on a net ammo upgrade and 10 points on a spotter drone, making that squad 55 points total. I have then taken another Senatax support team, but I've spent 35 points on giving it a plasma cannon, and then 10 more points on giving it a spotter drone, making that unit 85 points. I have then taken a Senatax phase sniper. I haven't really gotten to use this unit, and I'm really excited to see it on the field. It's 56 points base, but I've given it a camo drone for 10 points and a spotter drone for 10 points, making her 76 points total. Moving on to my drones, I have taken one unit of 2 weapons drones. Each one is 59 points, so that entire unit is 118 total. For my strategic choice, I have taken a pimped out Torgod transport. It is 96 points base, but I have spent 40 points on a plasma light support, 48 points on kinetic armor, 10 points on enhanced machine intelligence, and 20 points on a batter drone, making the total unit cost for this 214 points. Finishing off my army, I have taken just one auxiliary choice, represented by a mini probe shard. You know them, you love them, they keep your forces alive. This force is represented by 11 order dice and comes out to 999 points.
Here is my Concord 1,000 point combat force that I have dubbed the C3 Extraction Force. With any Concord combat force, you are required to have 4 tactical choices, but you do have access to up to 6. You are required to have a single support choice, but you can have up to 4. You do have the option of running a single strategic choice, and then you can have up to 2 auxiliary choices as well. For this particular army, I have filled in the 4 required tactical choices with first, this C3 drone commander. Here we see Hal leading the way once again. That is a 51 points base, and I did not spend a single point on upgrades. Then you can see I have 3 squads of C3 strike troops. 2 of them are armed with plasma grenades with 2 points apiece, but one of those, of the 2, I had 3 extra points, so they are upgraded to have a plasma lance. And then the last squad is my normal setup, so it's going to have a spotter drone for 10 points, as well as an upgraded plasma lance for 3. So 2 of the squads are 125 points, and the single squad is 122 points with just grenades. I'm then backing up that front line with 2 C3 support teams. Each of them are 40 points base. They both have X launchers, so that's a free upgrade. Each one of them has been upgraded to have net ammunition for 5 points apiece, and each one of them has a spotter drone for 10 points apiece, making each support team 55 points total. Then I have a C3 light combat drone for 59 points. Once again, I've not spent any upgrades, so just as is. And then right next door, we see the return of Fiddler, my custom-made C3 medium combat drone. It has been upgraded to have a compressor cannon for 10 points, as well as a batter drone for 20 points. It's a base of 83, so Fiddler is 113 points total. I then have a C3 T7 transporter drone. I've taken it as a strategic choice, which is an option, because I ran out of support choices. It's 97 points base, and I gave it the works. It has a plasma light support for 40 points, kinetic armor for 48 points, that brings it from Res 11 to Res 13. I've given it machine intelligence for 10 points, which upgrades its accuracy to 6, its initiative to 8, and its command to 8. And then I've also given it a batter drone, so it's a little harder to kill. So it's 215 points total. The last 2 choices I have are my 2 auxiliary choices. I brought the ever popular Medi-Probe Shard for all the reasons I've listed in the past. Amazing. And then to help out that X-Launcher duo, I have also taken a Probe Shard. Each one of those auxiliary choices are 40 points base, and I didn't make any upgrades. So I have 1,000 points total and 12 order dice. My strategy for narrative scenario number 1 is going to be twofold. I'm going to have one element of my force moving forward rapidly to try to claim those drones in the center. That's going to consist of basically a transport, infantry, as well as my 2 drones. Then I'm going to have a potent backline in the form of probes to back up the fighting forces, 2 X-Launcher teams, as well as a little bit more infantry. I chose to bring a drone commander because it's a cheaper alternative to the normal tactical choices of infantry. It's only 51 points. It allowed me to bring more toys because I have that fully upgraded transport now, which is the most important part of my force. Any kind of objective taking map. In the last battle report, or one of the last 4 battle reports, Sergey used his toker transport to run up real fast, and that's exactly what we're both going to be trying to do here. I brought weapons drones to back up that force. The compressor cannon is an awesome addition. It is super good at ping missing about anything, being strike value 7 to 30 inches. And then my backline, I really went heavy on X-Launchers. I love X-Launchers, and the fact that I have 2 different teams with a probe shard and net ammo for each means that once those guys are out in the field, they're going to really drop a lot of pins. So it's going to be an interesting tango. I'm going to be trying to grab real quick with one arm and lobbing that ammunition with the other one. So we'll see how I do.
My strategy, very similar to Kevin's. I have one arm that is a fast-moving forward push, and then I have one arm that has a whole lot of really, really long-range guns and little else. I do have a couple extra things in this army that I did want to explain to players who maybe haven't played Isorians or played against Isorians before, and that is the Senatax Phase Sniper. It's the Isorian signature unit. They can only ever have one in an army, but it's really, really interesting. The most important thing to know about the Isorian Phase Sniper is that she has the Sniper Special rule. This means that she'll be able to set up anywhere on my half of the table edge. Even in scenarios where you usually just run onto the field, she will already be set up. She kind of breaks the rules in that way. This is important because it allows her to do things like set up ambush orders and shoot the first person to come onto the field with a mega gun. The second most important thing to know about the Phase Sniper is that she has access to a special buddy drone called a camo drone. This is super awesome. It has 3 special rules, the first of which makes it so that when she's down, nobody can target her unless they are within 10 inches of her. This makes her essentially invincible when she's down and at a range. The second special rule is that when somebody does actually shoot at her and she goes down, it forces their shots to auto-whiff. So if, say, Kevin shoots a mag cannon at me and I go down, that shot automatically misses. It doesn't matter what Kevin rolls. The third special rule is kind of a drawback, and it's that if any spotter drone is within 10 inches of her, it immediately negates the effect. The last important thing about the Senatax Phase Sniper is that she has access to a unique weapon. It's called a Senatax Phase Rifle. This weapon has a 20-inch effective range, a 30-inch long range, but a 100-inch extreme range. So pretty much anywhere on the field, she is going to be able to shoot you. She also has really high accuracy, so being in extreme range is not that big of a deal. It's also strike value 2, and has a special rule called Rapid Fire D6, but only on a fire order. So when she advances, it's just a normal shot, but when she fires, you roll a d6 and she gets that many shots at you. Those shots are also no cover and have a special rule that allows you to stack lucky shots on a single model. So say I roll 3 1s in the unlikely event that I roll 3 1s against Kevin's phase squad, I can stack all 3 of those lucky shots on Kevin's Lancer, ensuring his death. This is a really slippery army. It's got a lot of weird Isorian tactics, and I'm really excited to see them unfurl on the field.
Once again, we find ourselves on the killing fields of Omega Veridi. And as you can see, I've been working like crazy on some new scatter bases. So you're gonna see some new alpine looking pine trees. So cool. I really wanted there to be more trees on a tree planet, so it's looking a lot better now. But you can see the main feature in the center here. This actually is not going to count as anything. We just wanted to be able to annotate the center of the board, and the scenario says that the drones are in like a crash, so we put a bunch of scrap metal everywhere. You can see our 2 drones. We're going to be using freeborn mag cannons because I had them lying around and they look like they have legs and can crawl about. So those are going to be our drones for this scenario. We also have a bunch of broken ground. We kind of made 2 big strips. This is just considered difficult ground. It's open and can be seen right over, and it does not provide a res bonus at all. You're gonna see 2 dense woodlands. They're the bigger bases right here, covered in trees. That is a +2 to your res. It is considered dense terrain, so you can't draw a line of sight through it. And it is difficult terrain -1 and impassable to large models. We got another one over here on Sergey's side. Then we have 3 instances of light woodlands. It's considered light area terrain, so you can see through them, but it will obscure for -2. It's res +2, and it is considered difficult ground. We also have 3 instances of rocky ground. It is res +1. It is res +1. Res +1.
We mess that up every
time.
I don't know why. In our brains,
We did it.
We have a fundamental belief that they're res 2.
I
They're
know.
not res 2.
I think it might be for the next piece. We have rock walls. The rock walls are res +2, so that must be what it is.
I
don't know.
In our brains for some reason.
So we do have rocky ground. It is +1 res. It is difficult, and it is light terrain, so it's going to obscure line of sight. And these are rock wall obstacles are also -2 obscuring light terrain, and they provide 2 res if you're up against them. And they're not difficult if you're making an advance over them with most infantry, but if you're doing a run, it is a difficult terrain test, and then other units have like weird stipulations on getting over obstacles. And we wanted to add a little bit of height, so we got our rocky hills here. We're not going to have them take an agility test to get up anymore. It's kind of annoying, and they don't seem that hard, but it is important to note that they need to be on the 2nd level, basically, of this tiered hill to be able to see over stuff. We just figured that'd be a little bit more realistic with the terrain being so tall. So we have a few in the corners, and then we have 2 little hills on the basically in the middle line of the board. And that is about it. You're gonna see a lot of scatter bases because me and Sergey love to have a cool populated table, but they don't count for anything. They're just literally there to look nice. They don't obscure anything, cause you to slow down, or anything. Just makes it look sweet. So let's get these troops on the battlefield and collect these drones.
Only 1 unit has to be deployed, and it is my beautiful Senatax phase sniper over here. She has a really nice commanding view of the battlefield. I was thinking about setting her up on this sexy hill over here, but Kevin pointed out that he does have a scout probe shard, so he would like immediately take away her camo drone, rendering her borderline useless. So I had to go with the cowardly route and be as far away as humanly possible.
We didn't really explain this in the scenario section, but in this scenario, turn 1, half your army moves onto the field, and the other half stays off in reserve to be brought on turn 2 and on with a command check. So the Concord having 11 order dice, 12 order dice, and the Isorian having 11, we each have 6 moving onto the field turn 1. Then we got these special dice. I don't have another color. I feel bad about it, but bear with us. So these are the drone dice. We're gonna have blue correspond to the drone closest to my couch, and the black to my wall. So when those are drawn, we're gonna literally be rolling randomly and seeing what order is done. So we're gonna get these dice in the bag and get turn 1 started. Die 1. Turn 1. Isorian.
Easy order. I'm gonna place my beautiful Mistress of Death in ambush.
Ugh, she's got such a good view. I'm gonna have to really hide behind me trees. Okay. Concord. Bing. For the first Concord dice, I'm going to be bringing my transport on with a run. It's gonna come right from the edge and up here right there. Are you gonna shoot me?
No, I'm not going to. Her strike value is only 2, and that's armor 13. Like, I at least like to put pins on people when I shoot at them.
True. Yeah. Isorian.
I'm mimicking Kevin here. I am going to be running 10 inches out.
You're a copycat.
I am. And
From
placing
nose
that
to
right
end?
there. Yep.
Sweet.
Beautiful.
Okay, so the transports are screaming down the field.
Ah!
Ooh, it's the drone.
Oh, I get to roll it. Ooh, I'm excited.
Okay, so the
Okay,
blue,
one
is the
the,
wall, I think. I don't know. I can't remember what I said.
It doesn't matter.
It's
Blue
the wall
was
now.
the wall now. Oh, light went out. Well, it runs.
Runs. So
That's-
it's a 10 random inches in the direction you roll.
Oh,
yay,
moves
thanks.
towards Kevin.
6 inches.
That's wonky.
Yeah, but now it's gonna only shoot me, so
That's
we'll
true.
see.
Yeah. So,
So-
it shoots who's ever closest to it.
So kind of, it's a little bit more. It's almost straight.
Yeah,
There you
it's
go.
like it just like lilts a little bit this direction.
Okay,
So
cool.
it's like right there.
So that's sweet. So that helps
Yeah.
me.
So
it
now
says
it's
it in
gonna
the.
pick Kevin as a target.
What did you
It's
say it
good
said
and
in the
bad.
director's notes or the?
Oh yeah,
designer's
so
notes?
there's a whole note after this scenario that's like sometimes this scenario screws you and just grin and bear it. So that's might happen this time. That's the thing with fun scenarios. Like
Yeah.
they're fun. You can't get too mad if like the drone just like scampers off to get this side.
It knows me. It loves me.
Exactly.
Okay. Well,
Kevin's got like hot dogs in his pockets.
so hand to the back.
Isorian. I'm going to be running onto the field with my light support drones. They have a super long range, so they're going to put some pressure on Kevin's transport. I don't have to sprint, and they'll just be able to get up there easy. I was torn between that and my mag cannon, but the mag cannon only has strike value 5, which means Kevin is still saving on 8s. So I figured a lot of strike value 3 shots was better than a 1 strike value 5 shot.
That's the truth.
Ah, Concord.
Yes. With my next order dice, I'm going to be running on the field as well with my medium combat drone. He gets that 10 inches, so he's just basically right there. He also has a batter field, so I'm going to double it up. Double batter. Next dice, also Concord. So I'm going to simply run onto the field with my other drone, the light support drone. He's going to be right to the left of the big drone and within the batter fields.
Alright, I am going to activate my ambush order on that light support drone.
Okay, so he doesn't get the battlefield because you're above him.
Yep, but I am an extreme range rapid fire, so that's -3 total. However,
So you get plus one.
+1 for fire order, and my base accuracy is 8.
So you're at 6s.
6s to hit.
Mm-hmm.
When you do a fire order with an Isorian phase sniper, it is rapid fire D6. So I have to roll a D6, and that's how many shots. Damn it.
Yes! That's great news.
That's crap.
She's got to warm up. So it's strike value 6.
Accuracy 16.
6. Yes!
I do have a spotter. Damn.
Yes! If you were in a casino though, bro.
Yeah.
One more of those babies. Okay, so I got by on the skin of my drone teeth.
That switches to a fire.
Concord again. I'm going to charge forward with the transport because when you're playing objective games, you gotta go for the objective. So it's 10 inches. Now my nose is gonna be in that broken ground. So I'm gonna be optimistic and put my nose in there, but I might lose out of an inch if I roll a 10. My agility is 5 with the transport drone. So I get half an inch, so.
That's fine. You got your nose in.
But yes.
Well, no, you got there. I mean, you have to get to the.
Is it the base or the vehicle?
Oh, you know, I have no clue. Let's say it's. We're gonna have to look that up.
Mm-hmm. We couldn't find it in the book, so since every vehicle has a base, we figured the movement rules probably center around the base. When you shoot at something, you can definitely hit it if you can see it's like wing or something like that. So that's what I think was causing the confusion.
Yeah. Well, we might have to have a little asterisk over this later when we realize we're stupid.
Just let us know in the comments. What do you count for difficult terrain? The vehicle's body being over it physically or the base touching it?
Yeah, for now, we're going to consider it the base.
And the next choice, Concord. And since my transport ran, if your transport ever runs in a turn, you can't disembark. So I have 2 units in there, and the only thing I'm gonna be able to do is rally orders. Isorian.
I need to get my scoring units on the field, so I'm going to do a run and a sprint. That's the farthest I can get. I'll pile these guys in behind me.
Syntax phase squad.
Yes.
What is their agility?
Their agility is 5, so...
Agility for...
Nope, they do get a pin.
So
Brutal.
That's not that bad.
Yeah.
That's not that bad. Their command is 8. Concord and
they have
Isorian
really good
infantry
command,
are
yeah.
amazing. Okay, so hand in the bag.
Isorian. I'm running onto the field. I'm not running onto the field. I'm running further into the field with my Torgon transport. Obviously, the whole goal is to get to these slithery drones, and
got one close to you.
it's the one thing I can do.
Okay.
So rally order for me. And then... Oh, it's the drone.
Dice. Okay.
So it's this guy here. Well, here, yeah, there you go. He rallies.
Rally, it does nothing.
Okay. And then the last die is a rally order for Kevin.
Yep. So.
That's the end of turn 1.
Yep, that's the end of turn 1.
No down orders.
Ooh, that's a whole lot of order dice for turn 2. The Concord have 12 and the Isorian have 11. And we got both of the weird dice for the drone. So this is going to be a very populated dice bag.
Isorian! Ah! The only thing that matters is the objective. I'm doing an advance order with my Torga here, just kind of skirting around. The
coolest transport model in the freaking game.
Coolest transport model in wargaming. It's a whale. It's a evil space whale with a gun attached to its head. It's awesome.
Okay, so you're getting close to that drone.
Yep.
What are you shooting at?
I did an advance order, so I believe I am going to fire at your transport.
Makes sense.
Yeah. You never know. I mean, dude, if I destroy it, like...
Well, that would be absolutely infuriating.
Yeah.
So it's a transport showdown. You have 3 dice with a plasma light support. You have machine intelligence, so your accuracy 6.
No, and
minus 2 for my battlefield, so you are 4s to hit.
Yep.
So 1 hit, and then I am at 13, so I only fail on a 10.
Oh god, spooky
9! Oh, I've lost my mind. So, I'm fine, but I do suffer a pen for being struck, which could really turn out to be bad.
This is like, I love these scenarios because as soon as turn 2 starts, just a cold sweat breaks out over everybody who's playing because you can immediately win.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to do the same order. I'm going to advance.
Yeah, you got to. You got to take that objective. So you're going to get real close.
Yep.
Mind your battlefield. You're getting closer to me.
Yep. I'm going to do a turn arc like that. So I'm covering up line of sight to these guys.
Okay.
Moving that out of the way. And once again, firing at Kevin. It's 4s again to hit.
Okay.
2 hits.
2 hits. So 7 and a 1. I'm good, but I do get one more pin.
2 pins now.
Which is, that's...
It's something.
Yeah. I mean, I got that machine intelligence 8 for a reason.
That's a relevant amount of pins.
Okay, get that hand in the bag. Who's next?
Oh boy.
Give me a Concord dice. Come on.
I won't do it. I can feel the red.
Haha.
I can't. Concord.
I'm going to be copying Sergey, but he's made it a lot more difficult because I have 2 pins. So I'm going to try to be doing an advance order as well. I got difficult ground and 2 pins to contend with, so I have a 60% chance to not go down. Oh god.
He doesn't go down?
So I lose 1 of the pins, whoopsies. And then I must make an agility test to see how far I get through. And I don't pass the agility test,
so you're
I can only
moving
move
half.
2.5 inches, so that's fine though. I don't mind that. So I'm gonna do this.
She just put the order dice. When you run out of hands.
Utilita. Okay, so
obviously you're shooting at somebody.
I'm getting that. I'm sorry I don't have a battery drone, guys. Literally. I'm so sorry. But we're good. So 5 inches everywhere.
Yep.
And I'm gonna be firing like you were. I also have machine intelligence. They're like brothers that are fighting.
Yeah, literally. They're the
between
exact
the brothers.
This is like a weird pirate battle.
We're broadsiding each other.
Dude, we literally are broadsiding each other.
It's Black Seas. I can't find it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So,
plug for Warlords Games. Black Seas is a great game. We've never played it, but I'm sure it's awesome.
4 to hit.
1 hit. Dude, exactly the same as mine.
8, so you...
I just take a pin, yep.
Yeah. It is what it is. That was not terrible.
Oh, wait, no, you were at 3s to hit, bud. Because you had a pin on you.
Oh, shoot.
Did you hit me on a 4?
Uh-huh.
Oh, so I do not have a pin. Sorry. Go. Isorian. The name of the game is Rogue Drone. All I care about are rogue drones. I dream of rogue drones. And so I'm picking up the rogue drone. My Sanra Taurus squad here had to move 4 inches out to pick it up, and then they had 6 inches to get on back here. So they're kind of huddling in that battlefield, and they have their drone with them.
They're scuttlebugging.
They're scuttlebugging.
So now we need to take the black order dice out of the bag because you have captured that drone.
I have the drone in my clutches. How will Kevin rebut? Oh, cool. Concord. We'll find out on this episode of The Gates of Antares, boys.
I'm going to do another advance order with my transport. Potentially, I have to pass on a 7 for command.
Oh! My shooting was for naught.
Yes. Well, I mean, no. It gave me stress. Stress. Oh, I have to roll an agility test too because I'm clipping. Oh, I finally got it.
Nice.
So I'm clipping over difficult ground, and I'm just kind of move forward, I think.
Yeah, I mean, your goal is the same as mine. I failed in my goal because my guys aren't quite as close to the drone.
I tried to stop it. It just fell. I don't like to affix my vehicles to bases because I think it's fun to see them. So, and I don't know. I have no excuses, but that's how that happened. And now I'm gonna move this to cover everything potentially.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm going to be shooting. Like
yeah, duh.
So it's an advance order.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be shooting at your Taurus squad.
Oh, really? Who would have guessed it?
Well, yeah. So it's 6s. Because I have no pins now, so I know I'm good. And -2 for the batter, so it is 4 to hit again. Ooh, one hit. So you have to
take it on my leader. It's
3 minus 8, so you have 50% chance.
Yeah. I'm fine.
You do take a pin?
Yes, I do. Transports blasting at each other through the mist.
It would be so cool to see them sideswipe.
Yeah, I want to watch it. Yeah, Warlords Games, I know you don't have a $3 million budget, but this is the movie you make if you make a Gates of Antares movie.
Isorian.
Yes. This is where the dastardly style of the Isorians comes into play.
I hate you so much.
I'm going to hop skip on up to this ridge over here, get as close as possible, I guess. Exposing myself to Kevin, but also exposing Kevin's prize to me.
So even though
I'm shooting this,
can't even see it through the vehicle.
Technically
he's allowed to see through and get it. So
and I'm going to shoot at the neutral drone.
So you get 6 shots.
I'm the one with the only drone. And yes.
So 6 shots, only 4s hit.
I'm at 6s, down to 2s because of a
long down to 4s -2.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Lots of hits.
Oh my god.
So yeah, you do the saves because they're more relevant to you. It's let's see here. It's res 8.
Yeah. So that one fails. And that fails too. So I think you use the chart, I would assume?
I assume it has a light chart, yeah.
Oh
yes! It's not dead!
No. And it can't take pins, so...
That's so bad. What if I immobilize it?
I don't think that's possible. Well, it doesn't... No, it doesn't... Yeah, it doesn't matter. That sucks.
On the chart. The drone is immobilized. It doesn't take pins because it can't take pins. We're going to, because there's no rules on how it works when it's immobilized, we're going to assume that when a squad picks it up, they're the ones moving it around, so the immobilized doesn't count. But obviously, like if it were to roll a run right now, it wouldn't move anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Concord.
Ooh, well, I know what I'm doing. So I'm going to be doing a run order with my Concord infantry so I can run out, grab that thing, and get as far away from you as possible.
That makes sense.
So this is my strike squad that is just simply armed with plasma grenades. It's 1 inch off the back of the transport and then 9 inches put to me right here. But I'm gonna do an agility test because I do touch the broken ground and I get an 8, so I don't get to go the full inch through it, which means I
get right to about there.
We both got our roll of a drone. And it's the Isorian's turn.
Ooh. I'm going to be doing a run and a sprint with my Sun Attack's phase squad with the Lance.
So you got 7 man.
Oh no!
So you lose the pen, but
and
they
go
down.
down. That might spell my doom, boys.
No, not necessarily.
We'll see. That's dicey. Oh, dicey. Good. Damn it! I didn't even mean to do that. Concord. I will be doing a run order with the second squad that's within the transport.
Makes sense.
Randomly enough, they have plasma grenades, but they also had a plasma lance because I had points left over. So I'm gonna basically just try to run straight back from this transport. The only thing I have to compete with is an agility test. Oh man, I've been rolling 9, so I'm only gonna get 5 inches because I basically step onto it right away.
Do you want to switch hands? Do you care at this point?
I've gone with the original squad. They're gonna keep a hold of it, but those 2 squads are just next to each other, so it helps. The next dice goes to the Isorians.
I'm going to advance on the field with my X launcher. I need to pass a command check of 8. And I do not.
Oh man, that's unlucky.
E again. I'm going to do a fire order with my phase sniper on the squad holding the drone.
Okay. So first you must roll to see how many shots you do.
Yep. D6. 6.
Oh, 6. Okay. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
now you are once again just at -3 plus 1.
-3 plus 1, so it is
6s or lower.
6s. Yep.
Whoa! I'm gonna take 2 on my leader, the rest on these normal schmucks. I need I'm 7s -2 like you said. They're all fine!
No way!
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Oh, I sacrificed tea and biscuits to Rick Priestley before this match.
Bam!
Oh my god, I'm so lucky.
Lucky son of a gun.
Okay. Oh, buddy. You.
I need to make a order test to try to come on with my plasma cannon over here.
Okay, so you gotta just...
They're good.
So-
I am making advance and fire order on the squad that is holding the weapons drone.
Yep, you can see it.
30% chance.
Hits.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm taking a save on the non-leader.
Do you want to do non-leader or leader?
Well, they're gonna get the leader will die because it's strike value 6, right?
6. I mean, he
So
won't
I
necessarily-
only pass on a 1.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So-
do it on your leader, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's dead.
So close.
Some guy got plasma.
Okay, so he's done for.
That's
And 1 pin. Cool.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So 2 pins on that squad. Rough. He probably blew up.
Yeah, literally just. Concord.
Woo! I'm so excited.
Now that the objective is secured, you can hear the hum of many drones swooping in to make sure that the package is delivered. They've run 20 inches. They went right through the forest because they don't count for having difficult terrain, and they're within 5 inches of both these squads. So now I just unlocked 4 rerolls. I got really nervous. When
Pretty
someone
useful,
turned into
yeah.
hamburger meat
Yeah,
from a
getting
cannon.
plasma cannon tends to spook one.
I was very, very worried.
You, Isorian.
My Samsara phase squad is advancing onto the field. They're going to be doing the same order that my mag cannon did.
You gotta do a command test. See
Yep,
if they
command
come on.
test 8.
1,
They're good. And
So,
they're
yeah.
only at 3s to hit. They're extreme range. There's nothing intervening
They're
here.
dual carbs.
2 hits. Nice.
Pretty good. So,
Obviously non-leader. Well, it doesn't matter because you're going to put one in the leader.
One leader, one non-leader, so yeah. Okay, so your dual
strength
carb
value
is
3,
3,
so you're at 4s.
Yep. and I get to reroll both.
Yep.
So my leader's fine.
One guy's dead. Oh yeah.
Oh no, he's still dead. So
Nice. And you have pins equal to people now.
do I?
Yep, because you're at 3 and 3.
Yeah, you're right. So I must do a order test or go to, and if I fail, I'll go down.
50-50.
8, so I go down.
Oh, thank goodness.
That's not that bad.
It's not that bad. It's good for me, but it's not that bad. Because
Okay.
you can just pick it up with the other guy.
Gah! Back to back! Way of the shinobi.
Oh my god. None of that anime in my house.
Isorian! Boring turn. I've just moved many probes on. They're within 5 inches of here. Actually, I'm just going to kind of scotch them all back to
Yeah,
here. Because they're not
they're
gonna be
moving up.
within range anyway. Yeah.
They're moving up. Okay, into the bag.
Whoop.
Concord. Using Fiddler to fire his compressor cannon directly into those Sonra dogs.
You going down?
I didn't get far enough. Bad camera work. That's on me.
Are you reacting?
Yeah, I'm going down. Fiddler packs quite a punch.
So I'm at 6 plus 1 for firing, minus 2 for your battlefield.
So 5s?
5s. So I hit.
Re-roll that.
You got it.
Damn.
Ooh, straight
that
value 7.
sucks.
You only pass on a 1.
Oh no.
Welcome to the Womp.
Yeah. Okay. Oops.
Whoa.
What is it? I'm keeping it. Oh no, it went under the couch. I can't keep it. 5. So yeah, a guy is dead. I've chosen not to take it on my leader there. I don't think it's worth it to waste it on a compression cannon
Agreed.
shot.
That's what I did with the plasma cannon.
Yeah, so... Oh, they go down.
Yeah.
So both of the people holding the drone are
Drones
down.
are just going
Yeah.
down. You picked
Wait,
Mr. Guy?
wait, my guys were down already.
Oh.
Oh, so they're
So they get
forced
another
down. Oh, they
pin.
get another pin, which means they have to take another break test. Wait, can you just daisy chain break tests all the
We
way
should
to 10?
check. That seems a little unfair.
No, I mean they took a separate new pin.
Tell us in the comments if we're wrong. Do a test.
Yeah,
If you fail, what happens? Do you die?
I don't know.
Or you just keep going down?
Just
No, you don't take another test from going down and taking an extra pin. You just took the extra pin as a result. Yeah, you wouldn't daisy chain it. Otherwise, it'd be like, and your guy would
yeah, you
die.
would instant die.
Yeah,
that's how that works.
So you just have 3 pins, and you got lucky because you would have. Well, you still would be going down anyways. It has to be more than half your unit gone. You're only 3 guys total,
Yeah.
so down. Game's getting nutty, and it's only turn 2. It's me again, Concord. With my next dice, I will use my plucky little light support drone over here to do a fire order. They're on either side of this woodland passageway, trying to guard. I'm going to be firing at his light support drones, because that's a spooky unit.
Yeah.
So I get 3
It's a lot of
dice.
shots.
I'm at accuracy 6, +1 for the fire order, but I'm at -3 because I'm doing extreme range rapid fire shooting. So 4s or lower. So I have 1 hit.
One hit. Okay.
So now you pass on a
It's 8
5.
down to 5s, yeah.
So fail.
Fail. Oh
Not
my god.
dead. I don't know what 5
I'm pretty
means,
sure
though.
5 is dead.
No, because it's 6 through 10 is dead. It's
Okay.
With the roll of a 5, I basically cause a d6 extra pins, and then Sergey needs to test to see if they are destroyed. So I rolled my d6. I only rolled a 1 because I'm unlucky, so I did only do 2 pins, but now he has to take a save. He has a 40% chance to die.
I'm
No,
good.
you're good.
Yes, and I lose a pin.
Okay.
Nice. Okay,
Oh, wait,
so that
no,
worked
I
out.
did that.
That could have been so
Too
If
bad.
I had rolled a 6, dude, there's no coming back from that. Well, actually, I would have rolled a 1 anyway, but they would have been a useless unit.
Be good. So I
You just have it off the field, right?
Yeah, everything I have is off the field now. So the first thing I'm going to do, because it doesn't take a test, is I'm going to bring on my fleet of spotter drones. The only one that you're going to have to care about that's important is this one's going to be on top of this hill,
Okay.
so I can see everything. Next on the field, Isorian.
So yeah, I've got one thing left to do, and it's run onto the field with my other Semtech squad. Going to once again run and sprint. I know it burned me last time, but that was very unlikely, so I can't plan for horribleness.
Command check to get on.
They're fine, and their sprint check also fine.
They're fine,
So that worked. See, don't plan for the worst.
No.
Sometimes the worst doesn't happen.
You just got to remember that
Every once in
most
a
of the time it's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just got to roll the dice and hope for the best. So they are now all the way up here next to your other unit, and in
What
the
do you have left? You have
Loving
2
glow.
X launchers and a thing squad, and also you have a lot left.
Yeah, so I got 4 dice.
That's right. 4 Concord orders. Boom.
Oh,
I'm not
oh
getting so
goodness.
focused. I gotta calm down. My first one is my drone commander's gonna try to run on with a sprint.
What's his name?
Hal.
Hal 9000.
Command
He
9.
comes
so
on
he's
fine, and his agility is 7.
7.
fine.
5. Sweet. So I get to do 15 inches. Where's my drone commander? I need to make him a large base.
Yeah, his tiny footprint makes him really wobbly.
I stole a spotter drone's base and I never replaced it. So I'll just put him on this side.
So that is good because they're at command 9 now, down to 6 as
Yeah.
opposed to 8 down to 5. So that's better.
So that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So, the dice is right here. So I'm going to now do the same exact order, run order with
Running
my,
a sprint.
Concord infantry, the strike squad.
Okay. So
So
they come on and they sprint. Not great.
I have a pin from sprinting. That's not terrible. I don't care.
Once again, always place your models before rolling the sprint.
I knew. I'm sorry. Well, they're literally going to
Yeah, we discussed it
right
beforehand.
next to him. So
It's just not
I
on
don't have
camera.
to. Yeah.
James
So that's on.
Cameron.
And this is my strike squad that specifically has a plasma lance and spotter drone.
Okay.
So that's just how they are.
And you've got two more orders, and I'm assuming both of them are going to be advances.
Yeah. So advance order with the X-Launcher team. I come onto the field, and then the second one, I should probably do it.
Yeah, we should do it segmented like that, yeah.
So I'm gonna actually be moving onto the field close by where you are, because I'm going to use these rocks to obscure me getting shot
Okay.
from far away.
I mean, that makes sense.
Right? So they're just
Chilling where they can chill.
Yep. And I got a spotter drone.
Yeah, I
On
mean,
the
their
spotter
positioning
drone,
is borderline irrelevant. There's
Yeah.
no way I'm ever going to see him behind that.
it's patched over, so I'm gonna get a space pineapple and figure out who my first victims will be. So my first victims are his light support drones once again. I am using net ammo. I am at long range, so -1, always -2 for overhead. I've patched from my spotter on the hill to him, so there's no intervening, so I'm hitting on a 1 or a 2. So I
it
don't
missed,
hit,
but it does scatter
and it's a
D10.
full D10. 2 inches, yes!
So this way,
It's gonna hit both of them.
2 inches.
Two.
Yeah.
Okay, so it hits both units, is what I wanted to have happen.
So I guess I can't go down to that because I wasn't targeted.
You can't.
Okay.
Ah, I planned that out pretty well.
So yeah, you planned that random directional D10
Well,
out.
I put it right here so that it could potentially fall.
Yeah,
and hit
I
one
mean,
hit.
yeah.
And then ideally it was gonna. So it's gonna be a pin for each remaining hit, and then 3 total pins. So
I think
get to.
yeah. So and they get
Yeah,
so
I gotta
it's
divvy it out. So sniper's getting 2, and you're getting 1 on the.
okay. Yeah, that
so
makes sense.
It makes both of them
That's-
3.
Yep.
So it's even. So net ammo hits the hill, baby.
Kevin's luck has been strong. Can it? I mean, it doesn't matter. If this person literally died on the way here somehow, it would not matter.
That's true. So I'm bringing in my last X-Launcher team.
He
Oh.
comes on. Yeah.
Oh, it's ridiculous. So I'm
Don't act like there's any pressure on you right now.
Oh, come on. It ain't over till it's over. So I'm gonna not hide this one,
Well, yeah.
because I'm just gonna be behind this train. Doesn't really matter. I guess I could just do the same thing, huh? No, because I want to patch sight to everything. This guy can't patch sight to that one, I think.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna put him same line, 5 inches in.
And who are you firing at?
I'm gonna fire this time at your Togra transport.
Okay. Makes sense.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm gonna center it on. I'm gonna center it on one of your guys. So I'm gonna center it on this dude in the Taurus squad. I can't speak.
Yeah.
So I'm not at long range anymore because it's well, actually.
Yeah, you're within 30 for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm gonna hit on a 1, 2, or 3.
Okay.
Oh, I direct hit.
Okay.
So you get 2 pins for being hit by both.
Mm-hmm.
So now I must roll a D3 to see how many extra pins. It's just 1.
1.
So I'm gonna say 1.
Well, I can't go on them because they. Oh, is that a thing?
No, it has to. It has to because I aimed at them.
Yeah,
So it
but
has to
doesn't
go.
Net ammo can only go up to a certain amount of pins, correct?
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
So 4 max. So on the Togra. So 2 on the Togra, 4 on this dude. So you have to not fail. You must roll this. If you fail, you get another pin.
I pass.
You're good. Yeah. So you're good. So okay, that was all of my turns, and that was just a hell of a turns. I have this person who's down, the C3 strike squad that took the thing. Eventually, it only has 3 members left. Oh, I pass.
Oh, okay.
And that was my only down order.
Yep. I have these guys who do not pass, of course.
Who?
These guys.
Oh, but you do lose a pin.
Yep. These guys, which better pass, they do. Okay. And nobody else is down.
Nope.
So, yep. This is looking like a potential Concord victory.
Turn 3. We got 1 Isorian dice that's been left in the field because of the down Taurus squad, but everything else is in. So we got 10 on the Isorian and 12 on the Concord. First dice. Turn 3. Concord. So I'm gonna definitely run with this squad. Since I'm base contact, I'm gonna grab the drone.
Yep.
And the first thing I'm gonna do is a command check to see if I run well. An agility test. Yes! I'm so lucky.
Kevin's rolls, oh my god.
So I didn't declare sprint.
I should have, but I didn't.
You can't sprint with the object.
Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you. I was very bad. So I'm going to touch. So I've already taken the drone, unfortunately, so I can't pass it.
Yeah.
So because it only can change hands, so I'm just gonna get.
Just right in front of Hal there.
Yeah, basically.
The drone's getting close.
Yeah, kid. So now I'm going to do an advance order. No, I'm going to do a run order with my transport so that I can obviously block the way. So I have to do an agility test. Oh! Can't do it. I got a 10.
So the transport just stays.
Well, no,
It just stops there, yeah.
And then I can change the position of my battlefield. So
It's like kind of a good position already. Well, you might want to like shift it that way.
well, these folks are. It's not going to matter. So I'm going to actually go like this to be nice against your infantry.
That makes sense.
I don't care if this guy dies. In all honesty, it's not that big of a deal. He's going to be very hard to kill, anyways. So the next one up. It's me again. So I'm going to try to do the same thing. I'm going to do an advance order. Or no, a run order with him again. Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Alright, well, that was weird.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah. It's not like it really matters. He's already in a pretty decent position.
Yeah, rolling 10s now, that's okay.
Me. I am going to attempt to enter the field with my X-Launcher team.
Oh my god! Oh, Rick, what did you do? What did you...
Alright, I guess I'm gonna try to do a fire order with my drones.
Okay, so you have a 50% chance
Yeah.
to take the order. You get it.
I did, yeah.
So
Okay.
you lose a pin.
Obviously, the fire order is
You want guys with the drone?
the guys with the drone. That makes the most sense.
You have 6 plus 1 is 7, minus 3 for long extreme range rapid fire, and then minus 2 for pins. So you are at 1 or 2s to hit.
Yep.
On 3 dice or 6 dice.
Yes, of course. Oh,
2 hits.
2 hits.
So
And both non-leaders.
yep. I have 2 med drones, so my 7s go to 4s. So 1's fine. 1 dies.
1 dies. So you
So
get
I
a
take
pin
a
on
pin.
that unit.
E. So I am going to be
Yeah, you have some interesting positional
right.
challenges here. I mean, not challenges.
Not
but-
really. Yeah, I'll be fine. So I'm gonna start doing firing orders with my X-Launcher teams.
Yeah,
Right now you guys are all together, so I really have to take advantage of that. So I'm going to fire order with this one on your Togra transport.
Okay.
Or not Togra. I'm sorry. I'm gonna aim at the
the
Zon
one guy.
again. So I am gonna hit on a 1, 2, or 3 because I'm not. I just have minus 2 for overhead. 6. So I
you
miss.
miss, but it only scatters D5.
So
Oh,
3
so it
inches.
Does whiff, yeah.
Does it?
Yeah, 3 inches
I think
is
it
whiff.
does. Okay, so
Put it in bag again. Uneventful.
You.
Me. I'm going to do a run and a sprint with let's call it the guys without the lance. So
The
this
armed
this
dude?
squad here.
No, the arm.
Oh yeah, sorry, the armed dude. Yeah, it
So,
doesn't matter.
sprint?
I'm gonna do it with the lance. I
So
want
move
these guys.
your people first.
Well,
before
I'm
you-
gonna have to do an agility tech to get through that.
Okay.
So I do
No.
not.
So you're gonna go
5
5 inches, and then you're only gonna be able to go half after that. So you're gonna end up here.
Wait, no, that's. So I have,
Oh,
I
wait,
have to
wait,
go
yeah.
half through this. So how much is it going to cost me to get through that?
4, and then
It's
4
2 inches, so it'll be
8.
4 inches. So I
And then-
move. That's 9 inches, and I get 6 more inches.
So you're right here.
Yeah.
So you have to do a sprint order or test now with agility again.
And
So
I'm
you're
fine.
good. Concord. I'm going to do a fire order with Fiddler once more
Fiddler
from
the
his
Menace.
amazing wooded position. So the Taurus squad. So I'm at 7s because it's 6 plus 1 for fire, minus 2 for his battlefield.
And they're down.
Yes. So I have to re-roll. So I live. Okay, that sucks.
That's what it is. I should have shot the Cobra. Me again. Oh, Lord Almighty. I'm going to use my X launcher, the remaining one, to target his Taurus again. It's just in such a good position because it's literally touching both units. So I'm going to hit on only a 1 or a 2. So I don't hit.
But
it's
it
going to
scatters
scatter
only D5.
So 2 inches this way, so it strikes both units.
Strikes
still.
both of them again.
So I can only add 1 pin.
So
for the
auto
Taurus.
auto puts them up to maximum pins.
Yeah, and then I have to roll a D3, and then it still makes it even.
Whoa!
Whoa!
That should count as a 6. Reroll your cock dice.
2. So technically that halves him, so he gets nothing, and he gets 2 pins, 1 for being hit,
Yep.
1 for the whatever. So you must pass on a 4 or lower, or take another pin from being forced down again.
I'm fine.
Darn you.
Ah.
Cool. So, in the bag. Concord. Okay. Have to keep shooting. My plucky little light support drone is going to be doing a fire order against his sniper on the top of the hill. What are you doing? You going down?
I'm not going down. I can't afford to. I have to hope he whiffs and then shoot.
So, I'm up to 7 because it's fire order. -3 for rapid fire extreme range. So, I'm at 4s to hit. 1 lucky.
One lucky.
So
Do you want to wait? Do you want to destroy my camo drone or something like that? Because you totally can.
No, I'm gonna try to kill your dude.
Okay.
He's gonna try to kill my guys.
She's fine.
What's yours?
Oh wait,
no, you're not. You're dead.
Oh,
as
she's
hell.
dead. Yeah, that squad is out of the game.
Oh, I'm so lucky.
Ugh. Right.
That was you did the right thing though. If you went down, you would have lost from doing that anyway.
Exactly.
So you know what? I like to think your sniper stared down the scope and saw the plasma come, and it was just like, I've lived a good life. Technically, she's probably cloned like within 2 hours. Right?
Yeah, she's
so
fine.
It's more of
She'll
like
be
a
fine.
minor inconvenience. But I did take an order dice out of the bag.
Yes, you did.
That was the first human casualty. I did kill a bug man.
That's true. You did
I don't
kill
know
that
if
bug man.
I love this scenario. It's Isorians.
Okay, so I'm going to do a recovery order with my transport.
Okay.
He passes.
That's
That's there are D6s somewhere over here.
Oh my
My
god.
goodness.
2 pins. You still have 2.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Okay.
Rick does not want this for you, man. He's pulling you in a different direction. Concord. So I will now, just for fun, I'm gonna use these to do a fire order to shoot at your light support drones. up
Give
on
it
the
a
hill.
go. They have a 70% chance to pass. And they do.
So I have 1 pin still, so I just basically am still at accuracy 5, but I need to measure the range. I don't know where.
Oh, you're definitely not within 30, I don't think.
I don't know where. Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
There, 38. So they're at
38, yep.
extreme range. So that is -2. So I'm at 4s to hit.
Yep.
With 4
There's
shots.
obviously no intervening.
Is that you gonna count that as
No, that was fine. It was
Okay.
not that
So,
cocked.
2 shots, 1 on each. You got saves of 6. So blue is this one.
So
with
yeah,
the
this
arms.
guy.
No.
Yeah, it was. You
Oh,
hit
it
me 3
doesn't matter.
times.
Oh yeah.
You're at 4s to hit.
Oh.
Yeah. And then this one.
Oh.
Alright, roll your damage.
So blue is the one with the corn thing.
Yeah.
Well, this
So
guy's
one's dead, and
this
the other
guy's
one just gets an extra pin.
That's rough.
Oh no.
Concord. What do I have left? Oh, I got still 1 unit of regular
Oh, and mini
guys.
probes.
So I will attempt to do a fire order with these folks. They do have a pin. 6. Oh, so I lose the pin. And I'm gonna shoot his Togra with a fire order. So I'm still not effective.
So it's full, not effective.
Yeah, so I'm just a 50% chance.
Minus for the battlefield, so
Yep.
30% chance.
5 single shots. I'm not using the lance for this one. And I'm gonna be getting 1 reroll for my spotter. So 3 hits, 2 misses, reroll. Not a hit, right? You said minus, 2 for the,
Yeah.
So you have 3 saves. The only thing you fail on is a 10 because you're a transport.
I'm
So
fine.
you're good, but you do get a single pin.
I do not. You're at strike value 2.
Yes, and you're at 13.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Darn, sorry. Isorian.
I'm going to be doing an advance order with my transport.
He's good. He
removes
loses both pins.
Nice.
Roll a 1.
And then he's going to move over this way.
Okay.
He's going to take his battlefield with him.
What's your reasoning, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, I'm going to be doing some firing.
Oh, yeah, advance. I'm sorry, I forgot.
Yeah.
So you're gonna shoot at the unit with the drone?
Yeah.
Okay. So you get 3 shots. There's no impedance.
Impedance?
So you're at 6s to hit.
Actually, I'm not going to fire at the unit with the drone. I'm going to
Oh.
fire at the unit that you're trying to receive the drone with.
Oh yeah, go for it. So you're gonna have a battlefield to contend with.
-2, but I'm at effective.
So you're
and
at 4s.
6. No, yeah, 6
6.
down to 4 squares.
2
2 hits.
Okay. And I get both rerolls. On the.
Do you have anything special?
I have a drone or a lance.
Yeah, I guess go kill the lance. Why not?
Okay, so both of them get rerolls because the medi drones. So I'm fine on both. And I get 1 pin. Not terrible.
Yep.
But it could screw me up. You never know. Okay, so Concord. So I'm just gonna do a run order with my drone commander, so that he can just kind of get out of the way of these dudes. And although he was giving him the 9 too. Actually, yeah, he's just gonna do a run order and stay in one spot.
It's totally acceptable.
And then all of the medi probes are just gonna switch to a position where they're gonna be better at helping them as they advance along the path. I
Makes sense.
Okay. And then the spotter drones will also follow him, and they're just going to keep their positions. So just makes it easier. All the dice are yours now.
I'm going to be doing a run order with this unit here. They're just going to get right over here.
The squad is running up,
waiting to receive their drone.
and they have taken
after
cover
the
behind
punch.
the
Yep.
Ogra. So
I'm also going to move these guys up so they kind of.
oh, your med probes.
Yeah, my med probes. So yeah, we'll keep this one like central.
So they're 5 inches of everybody.
Yep.
What about this one? That's staying there.
Yeah, that one's
Okay,
gonna stay there.
And then what are you doing with your plasma cannon and your Sanra phase squad?
My plasma cannon can't see anything except for your
A big broadside.
your big broadside, so I may as well take a pop shot at it.
So strike value or your accuracy 7 brought down -1.
I'll do a run and a sprint this direction so I can get into better advantage next turn.
Oh, okay, cool. So sprint. Well, put your guys down first. We're gonna do it right this time.
So it just
So
makes
you
it
just
to the
make
edge
it.
of this.
There you go. Now roll.
And
You're
it's
good.
fine.
Yeah. So they're hefty. They're like, let's go, let's go, let's go. Move. Perfect. Okay, so your plasma cannon is redirected. Now, what are your Sanra phase squad gonna do?
The phase squad,
They can't sprint.
no, they can't. But they'll attempt to do another firing order on
The
the guys
transport.
down. No, the guys downrange from the transport.
Oh, the 2 little dudes. Okay.
Yeah, I may as well try
So,
to-
well, you're gonna be at extreme range -2, and then
So I'm
-2 for the
I'm
so
minus
1s.
4 plus 1 for firing. So I'm at 2s.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Nope.
Whiff. I was like, dang. These guys have bad luck, so they live to tell the tale. So, I have no one that's down.
These guys that are ultra down. And they remain ultra down.
You lose 1 pin. However,
This guy is not down despite having 4 pins.
yeah, he's just well, yeah, he's doing good.
You
So that
have
was
no
it.
one down.
Yeah, so everything goes back in the bag, and we start turn 4.
Yes.
Going into turn 4, this giant block of Concord still there. The Isorians were unlucky. The sniper's dead, and 1's on the field, so they have 9 in the bag. So let's see what happens. Beginning of turn 4. Concord!
Oh, that's so bad for me.
Do a run order with these
Oh, really?
4-man unit. Their leadership 9, they have 1 pin.
Who's down over here?
Nobody. Oh, that's the
Oh,
that's
the
the
drone,
special
yeah.
dice for the drone.
Mm-hmm.
So now I need to run 10 inches.
And that pretty much spells my doom. I don't know if there's anything I can do to stop you now.
I don't think so.
Well, Kevin has gotten behind the forest. That means it is not actually possible for me to stop him anymore. I have nothing that can fire over that forest except for my X launcher, which would require me to both enter the field and roll a 1 for blind firing. This means that Kevin, no matter what, is going to get off the field next turn, and I, however, cannot get off the field next turn. So we're gonna call it, because I don't want to make you waste your time watching an already lost battle. Kevin, good game. Oh, I'm really zoomed in. This is a really bad shot, I'm so sorry. Well, boys, I got my butt kicked in that one. However, I actually really like the scenario. I want to play it again already.
Yeah, it was really fun.
I think it's a solid upgrade to recover at all costs. Obviously, like the Fluff said, sometimes you can get like weird games where like one drone like waltzes off the edge, but that's pretty unlikely. And overall, I think this is like a super fun, really dynamic match. I like that you come in from the long edges as opposed to the short, because actually
It is the short edges.
Oh.
You come into the short edges.
Yeah,
you don't
exactly.
come in the long edges.
Yeah, well, because in Recover at All Costs, the game is over as soon as somebody touches the drone. This, you at least have, like, I could have knitted Kevin. I could have shot him to death and prevented him from getting off the field, but that's not what happened.
I think I'm enjoying these scenarios better too, because in all honesty, pitched fights are fun. You always every once in a while blast the crowd out of each other, but having to work for an objective is nice, and it just makes the games quicker. We ended it on 4, so it lasted a little longer than what I thought. But
and not even fully 4. We ended it on.
Oh, that's right.
Like
yeah. It would have been turn 5.
Nosed into 4. Yeah.
But it's a really fun scenario. I mean, I really like how the drones can move and randomly do things. Now, granted, it definitely helped me, but we discussed before we fought the game, it was a 50% chance that the drone that you have to collect is going to shoot at you, because it's either going to do an advance, a fire, or an ambush.
We really wrangled them quick.
We did.
We bagged them and tagged them.
And that was another note. I think it was really funny that we have mirrored armies and mirrored tactics. We literally both had transports full of infantry going up as quickly as possible.
We did essentially the same thing.
And we accidentally, I mean, we designed it, but this board actually turned out to be perfect, because we each had a line of area terrain. In a hill, there was a bunch of difficult area. You went around, whereas I went through the difficult ground. It slowed me down, which is what I wanted to do. I mean, I failed almost every test going through it, except for with the infantry.
Yeah,
so
your
worked
vehicle
out.
did not like the rough terrain. It was great at everything else, but it saw those rocks and it was like, ooh this is uncouth.
And before we got out here today, I just wanted to thank everybody on the Intel, obviously, from the little memorial in the front of the battle report. Gremlin did pass away during the editing of the last video. And I just wanted to thank you. You guys are a great community. There was a lot of people that reached out personally with just really nice messages of condolences. And it really reaffirmed to me how amazing this community is. And we're really happy to be a part of it. So we really appreciate all the kind words. So once again, if you enjoyed this content, and we really hope that you do, please think about joining us here at the Tabletop Warlords and subscribing to the channel. If you like this in particular battle report, make sure to like the video, share it if you want everybody to see it, and make sure to ring the bell if you want to get notifications for whenever we make new content in the future. But if you love this channel, you want to support us in the best way humanly possible, you should consider becoming one of our lovely patrons.
On which note, we have to thank Will Connell, first of his name, a newly anointed tabletop lord. His sword swings like thunder through the sky. He has joined these fine people as our lovely patrons.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Three, two. I'm going to be using my medium support drone.